I've talked about this before on the channel, but I keep saying I'm gonna do a video, but I never have, okay? So, yeah, like, beezid is kind of like eBay, okay? Except, one difference is you have to buy bids instead of just bidding for free. Now, this has an advantage that the price starts out as 1 penny. Now, this one I'm on now has gotten up to three pennies. And yes, it can go pretty high, but if you learn how to do it right, then it won't. So, I'm going to show you how I would do things on this. Okay, so as you'll notice this little timer is moving right here. And as you'll also see, I haven't bid yet. Because my username on here is the same as everywhere else. Casual. Okay, so, like, I'm not bidding on this till, like, the last minute. Because of the fact that I don't want to waste all my bids on this one item. I'm just gonna pray that, and you're gonna pray that no one bids you up, because it's better for them not to. But now I'm gonna show you some of the tricks to win. Now I've won about 9 items. Some of them I've sold in the store to make money. Now I would not do this again, because, or if I do it with small items, just a whole bunch of small items, rather than the big items, because the high price items that I've won, they do not sell. It still has not sold, and it's only $45. So yeah, the reason that is because people try to do it in the auction and all that. The only time they buy it outright is the when they have to get their bids back. Because that buy now button you see down here in the corner, it lets you buy the item at retail price. And now you might be saying that's stupid. Why would I do that? Because I can just go to the store and buy it. Well, but when you do that, you get all the bids back. So you get the item and your bids back. Now, you might be wondering, um, how do I win? Okay? Now, what I do is wait till the last second, put your auto beezid for like $5 or something like that that's not gonna ever hit, and then you hit 2, because that's the minimum you can do on here, and you can do, well, scratch that, that's not the strategy I'm gonna go to, but yeah, you I'm gonna put it as 0.5. Well, sure. The reason being is because this way, after I bid, well, hold on. Why is it doing this to me? Oh, it's 0.04. Might be asking why am I doing this? Because when you see auto beezid, people freak out. Usually. If they don't have a lot of bids, they freak out. So, and they leave. You're gonna scare away a lot of your competition this way. So you're gonna set that up, and this way, when you bid once, auto bids will keep bidding for you up until 10 bids. Like, well, 20 with this, because see where it says 2 bids? That means each time you hit bid, it's gonna take 2 of your bids. Now, I'm gonna explain the rest of it in like a second, but right now I'm just gonna talk about a strategy and all that. So you've hit it, and you're just gonna wait till that gets like at 1 minute, I would say, or like close to like 5 seconds maybe. Cause at 4 it'll turn red, and then like every time you hit it, if someone bids you up, it's gonna reset the timer. But if you bid before that, before it turns red, it's gonna not reset the timer. If they bid on you that way, um, resetting once it starts resetting the timer, it can take hours. Why I don't wait that late unless I have hours to sit here. um, and so now we've set up this strategy. Now while we've done that, we're gonna go look at these locks. Okay, now these locks, they're gonna like it says you can win 1 red lock, 2 blue locks, 4 purple locks, 6 green locks, 2 pink locks, 1 orange lock, 1 turquoise lock, 1 green lock, one whatever that color is lock, 1 yellow lock, and then 2 blue locks, and then 2 pink locks or dark pink locks, and then one cream colored, and then as many as you want on black. Now these locks, everything has a lock. After you hit a certain amount of items on that lock, like I just said, you get 2 locks. Now when you win 2 of that lock color, if that's the limit on there, then you can't bid for like another, I think it's another month or so. I forget, but like another whatever the specified time is, we'll look in a minute. Um, but like, and also one more thing I'd like to mention: don't compete with an auto visa. Now I know that I just said it scares off some of the competition, but if you don't have like, I'd say 500 bids, then don't compete with the auto visa because you don't know how many bids that person has. So don't compete with it. Now, also, your first bid pack, you buy it, and they'll if you don't win on your first bid pack, they'll give you the bids back, which means you can keep using them until you win. Um, Now the cherry auctions are what I would go to first. Honestly, wish I'd have known this and start out with little items like not like this. I'm talking about like little crap, like stuff that doesn't even really matter, like bracelets, earrings, stuff like that. The reason being is because that lets you get a hold of like what your niche is, what your strategy is gonna be, and it lets you learn what what works and what doesn't. Now, I admit I'm still new, a little bit new to this, and I'll let you guys know like if it still works after you get out of cherry auctions. But like, and you gotta kind of do your research and watch your other players. So if like some people that are just not gonna stop bidding because they got several thousands of bids, then you don't want to bid against those people. If you saw them win like a 500 bid pack earlier, then you write that down and make sure you keep that in a note so that you don't bid against that person because they're gonna keep bidding until they get it. If they've got 500 bids, they're gonna keep bidding. I mean, if they've got that many bids, you have no way of knowing how many bid packs they've won. But if you see them win one, write it down so that you can keep up with it. By that I mean like, okay, over here is your like if they're bidding regular, that means they're sitting here hitting the button. If they're bidding auto bid, that means they've set it up like I just did, and it's gonna go off no matter what. Until they run out of bids that they set for. Now, um, right now this is supposed to be a freeze auction. Now, what that means, if you'll hover over these little icons, this is free shipping because they're gonna email it to you. But price freeze, um, is at 99 cents. That means that you're not gonna spend actual money after 99 cents. You're just gonna be spending bids. Now, to me, that's real money, I know. But, like, to me, once you've already put the bids on beezid, you're gonna use that much. You're gonna use those bids for only beezid items, so I wouldn't really count that. But what I would count is you do not want to bid. You see where it says savings under here? You don't want to bid over 50% if you plan on making money off of it. Now, if you just want the item at a cheaper price, and yeah, bid to about 40, 30% off, whatever you feel comfortable. But don't bid to the point where you're paying full price. That's just, no. Unless you just really want the item and you don't care about paying full price and you can't find that item anywhere else. Okay, so we're on beezid and You're the first. You got on here first. You've never been on it. You're gonna start out with the cherry auctions, which are easier to win. Win those in about 30 to 40, maybe 50 bids. Now the bigger ones are gonna take longer. But yeah, and don't, like I said before, don't bid on a big item. And like I said, and build up your bids. Try to bid on the bid for free auctions. You'll see them when you go on the home screen. Now there's probably gonna be people that tell you not to do that. Now, reason this being is that it's gonna be a big price jump. Now, not a big deal, except for the fact that you are gonna spend a little bit more money than what you planned on. But if you buy the bid outright, it's gonna be more anyway. So, and the wallet is right here. When you sell something in their store, like I have, hold on, I have flipped auctions, sold. Okay, that. Anyway, all those items are gonna sell, and when they sell, they're gonna go. The money's gonna go into here, and when it goes into here, you can spend it on other auctions, or you can get it paid out. Now, I would keep it in there, because then you can spend when you're trying to get other auctions. So yeah, but build up your bids first before you do anything. Gotta build up your bids, get as many as possible, even if you have to do it over several months. Just get as many as possible, and also sometimes that can trigger beezid to call you. Now, when that happens, it's a good thing because they're gonna call you and they're gonna offer you free bids. Now you have to tell them you can't buy the $1,000 one if you can't buy it, whatever. Stay within the key to this so that you don't get addicted to gambling is stay within your price range. Set a budget. Tell yourself I'm only gonna spend this much on beezid and stay with that. I mean, and, but like they're gonna try to talk you into that $1,000 one. Which I admit is a good package, but no one can spend that much. If we could, we wouldn't be on beezid. We would be out there just buying an iPad if we want an iPad, or if we want a computer, we buy a computer. So yeah, don't let them talk you into that. I would stick with like the $75 one or the $120 one if it was me. When I say dollars, I mean US dollars, by the way. Because all this is in US dollars. Oh, and you might encounter, like, if you got a bank, if you're paying with a bank card, whatever, credit card, you might encounter a $5 fee because they think beezid is a foreign transaction thing. And so they're gonna try to go with that. So yeah. So yeah. But that's it. That's basically all I can show you, except for showing you when I've won the item. If I win the item. Now I'm not gonna bid anymore if I don't win the item. So I may wind up posting this without showing you that I won the item or whatever. Um but yeah. that's about all I can show you unless you would like to see my wins auctions. Hold on. Let me show you this real quick. Alright. Let me see. Shit. Okay, I won a flash drive for 5 cents plus the bids that I spent on it. And then earrings for my mother, 3 cents. And then a tool set to sell, 4 cents. A heater that was $79 for $5.29. It was supposed to be $79. So yeah, that is how it works. And you've seen that it works. And I'll post pictures of the heater and stuff at the end of the vid. Yeah, and I know I'm sorry that this is so long, but I was trying to go into depth with this as much as I possibly can without taking hours, because if I showed you every little thing about it, it would take hours. It would take me hours, probably days. Um, but you can always call customer service, but during their open hours if you need them. Um, and they'll help you learn how to do it. I'm just here to let you know that it works. Basically, but don't waste your bids, okay? So I guess that is it for this vid. Other than doing the pictures of the items. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later in the next video. Again, sorry this one is so long.